This is it, everybody. The fight week breakdown and prediction of Tyson Fury versus Oleksandr Usyk, happening this Saturday for the first time in 20 years since Lennox Lewis versus Evander Holyfield for the undisputed heavyweight championship of the world to crown the best heavyweight in the world, truly the best heavyweight in the world. All 4 belts are on the line, and both of these guys are ready, undefeated, and we have a lot to break down in this fight. Tyson Fury has had his trials and tribulations, obviously, and he's been able to come back alongside Oleksandr Usyk, who has never really been through that type of situation outside the ring because he's always lived a clean lifestyle and has also participated in many tournaments, has many accolades out of most boxers in the world. He was in the World Series of Boxing, the World Boxing Super Series, Olympic gold. This guy has a resume like no other. And these two are fighting this coming Saturday to shut down all of the questions. And how I see the first portion of the rounds playing out is Tyson Fury. I could see Tyson Fury using a lot of mobility in this fight, sticking behind his jab. Oleksandr Usyk on the hunt, trying to look for Fury, and at times going to his body. And Tyson Fury, we may see Tyson Fury use the jab to the body on Oleksandr Usyk. And Usyk, I could see him using a lot of volume in this fight as well. Not just to the body, but also to the head as well. But there's going to be a time in the fight where Tyson Fury is going to try to catch him. And Usyk, when he gets on the inside, is going to have to avoid one of the most hardest tactics to avoid in the heavyweight division for the past 20 years, the clinching. And it goes way back to Vladimir Klitschko specifically. And this is how he was able to reign for so many years before his reign ended against Tyson Fury. But there is a counter to that. Oleksandr Usyk, his style is tailored for that style in order to avoid it. And you know how he can avoid it? He could pivot. He could definitely pivot out of the way of those clinches. And this is where Tyson Fury is going to have a huge problem after the 3rd round. As soon as he even tries to clinch Oleksandr Usyk, there's nothing going to be there, except Usyk is going to slip him and counter him with a left hand. And this is where Tyson Fury has to adjust at this portion of the fight. How he adjusts is going to depend on him. Most likely he will take it to the ropes, where he tries to fend off against the volume of Oleksandr Usyk. A lot of shots are going to get through, but at the same time, a lot of shots are going to be slipped by Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury is good at slipping shots at times when he's on the ropes. So Tyson Fury must be vigilant of the angles that Usyk is using when he's on the ropes. And the best key tactic that Tyson Fury can use in the fight is going to the body. And Tyson Fury has to go to the body frequently in this fight. Although he has a much longer reach and it's very hard for him to go to the body, it is possible. I would say a key punch would be the check left hook to the body, the jab, and the straight right hand, of course, from the orthodox stance. And at times, Tyson Fury will have to switch stances, especially when he's fighting on the outside, just to keep Oleksandr Usyk guessing. You have to keep a guy like Oleksandr Usyk guessing compared to other opponents that he's had previously, like Anthony Joshua, Derek Chisora, who else? Daniel Dubois, obviously. But you have to be on the move, but at the same time, you have to mix it up when you're fighting against Oleksandr Usyk. And both of these guys may be tired later on in the fight, but I think it's possible that Tyson Fury might be able to tire out Oleksandr Usyk, because Usyk is very vulnerable to the body. I've noticed this before even the fight with Daniel Dubois, that he is vulnerable to the body. You could see it in one of his cruiserweight fights. I believe it was the Myris Bradis fight, where he got hit to the body and Usyk didn't really like that. Or was it perhaps the Michael Hunter fight? One of those fights, he was hit to the body and he really didn't appreciate that, you know. And he also got hit to the body in the second Anthony Joshua fight, when Joshua slightly made an adjustment compared to the first fight, but it wasn't enough to take it from Usyk. But I think Tyson Fury can fully exploit that in this fight, seeing the Daniel Dubois fight, the Anthony Joshua rematch, and also one of his cruiserweight fights. Nonetheless, Tyson Fury will need to be able to keep Usyk in a very stationary position. And how could he keep him in a stationary position when he can't clinch and hold him? Is by fighting off the ropes. You may see some dirty tactics in this fight, you know, because it will be a typical Tyson Fury fight anytime that he's fighting a mover, i.e. the Steve Cunningham fight. But Oleksandr Usyk is not Steve Cunningham. So Tyson Fury is going to have to make that adjustment of fighting off the ropes. And he has to be cognizant of Usyk's IQ, because Usyk is a very smart fighter and he could potentially pick up on that. But it's up to Tyson Fury to goad him into that position where he has no choice but to keep him on the ropes and fight him off the ropes. So Tyson Fury, the key is for him to fight off the ropes, but at the same time, only when it's appropriate, when he has Usyk tired to a certain extent and he wants to lower the volume of Oleksandr Usyk, but also countering to the body anytime that he has himself on the ropes with Usyk. So when Tyson Fury is fighting off the ropes in that shell that he always does, it's not necessarily a Philly shell. It's just him using his low guard, slipping shots off the ropes. A lot of fighters use that. And many fans make the mistake that they think they're doing some type of Philly shell. Well, I mean, and it's also some sort of rope-a-dope, but at the same time, it's not a rope-a-dope. But Tyson Fury definitely is going to have to keep Usyk in that position for a little while. And then that's when the fight progresses and Usyk starts to get tired. And I could see Tyson Fury hurting Usyk with a body shot later on in the fight. And this is Tyson Fury's moment where he has to capitalize on Usyk being hurt to the body. Unlike the moment when Daniel Dubois had Usyk hurt, this is where I think Tyson Fury is able to finish Oleksandr Usyk. I'm picking Tyson Fury by stoppage in the 11th round, I would say, against Oleksandr Usyk, and he becomes the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world. Let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Who do you have winning this fight? How do you see it going down? What round are you picking, if it's going to be a knockout or stoppage? Honestly, this was a very tough fight for me to pick and make a prediction on. And I was very close to picking Usyk, but I've noticed that in the past, Tyson Fury has always been able to find a way to win. Regardless of what anybody thinks of him, you know, I don't like the antics he pulls outside of the ring, but he's able to pull it out by some means, shape, or form. So I'm still picking Tyson Fury, as I did in the Klitschko fight, as I did in the Deontay Wilder fights, and as I'm doing right now in the Oleksandr Usyk fight. Not a big fan of his personality, like I said before, or his character, but this is who I think is actually going to win the fight. But I could see him falling way behind on the scorecards because of Usyk's volume on the ropes and how he's letting himself get hit during those portions of the fight. So Usyk will probably be winning by 2 to 3 rounds, but Tyson Fury will stop him in the 11th. Once again, thank you all for watching, and may the best man win. And all of us that are watching are going to be part of history. Just like we were part of history in Spence Crawford. And right now, this is another part of history that we're about to see unfold. And until then, I'm out.